Okay guys, oh god, I'm back again. Okay, I hope you can see me clearly now. So where was I? I was talking about being drugged in Bangkok. Okay, I was sitting in this fucking bar. I was looking around. There's a couple of girls sitting around. So I was thinking there are only two girls sitting around. And I didn't understand the scene in Bangkok at that time. I didn't realize, there's all this bullshit you see in the media. Thailand, the friendly country, the Thais love you, blah, blah. It's all fucking bullshit. The Thais fucking hate your guts from the word go. And they only want to get into your wallet. If you'd ever lived in China, it sounds familiar. It's the same. Yes, it's exactly the same. Now, what I didn't fucking realize is that the barman behind me, because I turned around, I was like checking the scene, the two girls, they were not very pretty. They were like old bitches, but kind of just, okay, they were the only ones around. But at the same time, the barman behind me probably put a little pill or whatever, I don't know what the fuck they used, or a little juice or whatever it is, in my powder, even in my drink. I got many stories about that. But anyway, suddenly I felt like, fuck, what's going on? Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving. I put down some money and I left. As I came to the door, literally I was just, it was like zoom, 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 and then these two girls came running up, one on each side, grabbed an arm, and they're like, wow, smiling, we're gonna help you. And then next moment we're in a room. I don't know how the fuck I got in there. I'm in a room, and then the next moment there's somebody knocking on the door, and a guy walked in with a bottle of beer, smiling, here's your beer, sir. And I'm like, what's going on here? My head is, but I'm still standing. I got a pretty good high tolerance for knockout drugs and stuff. I was in the theaters under operations where the doctor told me, or the anesthetician, oh, before you count to 10 you will be out. And I was like, okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, and then they were like, fuck, give him another shot, and then during the operation I actually woke up as well, because the guy I had a broken nose. Remember that story on my other program? I told you how this fucking ex-policeman and me, the one I stabbed with the bottle, and he kicked me with his boot, and all that shit. You just go and find the program. I'll put a link. I'll put the link down here. Anyway, then I ended up, my nose was flattened on my cheek. So this so I was on the table in the theater, and then I had 2 shots already of anesthetic. Then I woke up, and and I just saw this fucking guy in a white coat or whatever holding a little hammer, and he was like, and he was like, oh shit, he woke up again. Give him another shot. So I had 3 shots just to finish this nose operation, to straighten my nose out. I hope it's okay, not that bad. I don't know, guys. Did it ever come back to what it's? Okay, anyway, I think it's good enough. Not bad. So yeah, and then okay, so I'm in this room. The dude delivered the fucking beer, and then one girl was like getting a little bit touchy-feely, and I'm lying there in the bed. I'm kind of dazed, and then I still saw this one girl. She poured the beer, and then I saw her. She had a little vial or something in her hand, and she was trying to put something in the beer, and I was like, hey. I could still react, and I told her, hey, get the fuck out of here, and I chased her out of the room. But while I was kind of occupied with her, I guess the other girl also could have had a lot of time to put something in my drink. So that was it, really a valuable lesson learned, because I woke up the next afternoon down in Patpong in the same fucking room, and minus $1,000 US, $1,000 US, okay? But the funny thing is that they actually left like 100 baht, which is like $2 or $3, in my wallet, just so I could get a taxi back to Khao San Road. Can you believe it? How friendly are the Thais? The land of smiles. Yeah, they love you. Kapunka. Okay, and then a buddy of mine in, hey, Elliot, big shout out. Elliot Billings there in, are you in Shanghai or Taipei, dude? He had a fucking crazy experience in Macau. Macau is the old Portuguese city next to 1 hour away from Hong Kong, gambling mecca, the biggest gambling mecca in the world, 5 to 6 times Vegas, the amount of money, 5 to 6 times Vegas, huge. Anyway, he went there with his buddy, from Romania. Hey, how's it there, my brah? And and then I got a funny fucking call, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to go and meet them the next day. They were there the previous day already, starting to party. And then I got a call from Elliot at 5 in the morning, and he was monotone. Oh, Frank, I don't know, Phil. And he talked to me, and I was trying to. The more I tried to ask him questions. Elliot, where are you? What's going on, Elliot? He was not reacting. He was just talking in a monotone. I feel so weird. For like 15 minutes, he just kept on talking, and then boom, cut out. He actually woke up later that same morning. I think he said about 11 or 12 noon. On a plaza in Macau, there's a fountain sitting up to his armpits in the water, and obviously his wallet was gone, his phone was gone. He got drugged in the fucking bar downstairs. What was that? MP1 or something. There was only 1 or 2 bars in Macau at the time, and they were really good. I will tell you more stories about that. Full of Russian beauties. Oh my God, by the hundreds and hundreds of Russian babes. Had some very interesting experiences. Very interesting. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. So anyway, he woke up minus this, minus that, and luckily he still had his card, his little, what do you call it? Oh shit. His bank card in his upper pocket. They didn't think about that, so he went to the, he only lost his phone and I don't know, X amount of cash. So yeah, but these dudes, let me show you here something else. I want to show you, wait, let me turn this over. Yeah, this is this is the newspaper, The Guardian. Okay. A friend and I bought a bottle of Katisark whiskey here once, says Beijing-based marketing consultant Blackstone Bank, sitting on the terrace of a rough and rammed bar in Sanlitun, one of China's capital's busiest commercial areas. It tasted funny, so we limited ourselves to 1 glass, he says. Later, I received a call from my friend's wife telling me that he fainted. I went there in the hospital and he was unable to speak. Okay, now let me come back here. Now this problem of fake drinks in China is enormous, huge. It's calculated that at any moment you have 30%, a third of the country's drinks are fake. Now during holidays it shoots up to 50, half of all the drinks during a holiday is fake. I once crossed the border between Shenzhen and Hong Kong at the knockoff shop, the what do you call it? The tax-free, the duty-free between Hong Kong and Shenzhen. I was in a rush to go into the airport. I bought a bottle of multi-expensive fucking drink. When I got at the airport, I opened the box. Fucking seal was broken. It was filled up with cheap, shitty alcohol. That is the fucking duty-free shop. So anywhere in China, anywhere, you are liable to bump into fake drinks. It's a huge industry. The Chinese go and buy bottles, just selling empty bottles of expensive wines, foreign wines, Lafite or whatever, some fucking shitty French wine or shitty Spanish wine. Well, Spanish wines are better actually. There are probably some good French wines, but I'm from South Africa, for God's sakes. I used to make wine, I made wine. That was my first job when I was 16, 17 years old. Great job, by the way. A lot of perks. It's like being a preacher. Perks are out of this world. Imagine working in a wine cellar. Perks are right there, man, in the cellar. So anyway, huge industry, huge scams, huge fucking scams, multi-billion-dollar industry, fake drinks, people die. South African dude that I know last year, I don't know how the fuck Serpentza can miss this, right down the road from where he lives, in Shenzhen. South African dude, Sean van Niekerk, 2 months in China, and a famous French inventor, what's his name, I forgot now, Damien, whatever, both of them found dead. After either they were poisoned deliberately, or they bought poison drinks. Then several murders have been committed, first by spiking your drinks, like again last year in Shenzhen. I don't know how the fuck Serpentza or Winston didn't notice this, or why he doesn't report on this. I was the first guy, me and Paul, hey Paul, big shout out to you there, that poor old Hilary Bower was, his drink was spiked at his own home by his own fucking girlfriend, and then she cut him up. I'll come back to that story later. Very interesting story, and shows you how the Chinese police work or how they don't work. Then of course the famous story of Heywood, the British man who was murdered by same thing, spiked drinks, and then he was fed poison by Bo Xi Lai. Who the fuck was Bo Xi Lai? If you don't know, you better check the story. She was the wife of Bo Xi Lai. Who the fuck was Bo Xi Lai? Bo Xi Lai was going to be the president of China. The fucking president. He was competing with the current president, Xi Jinping, to become the president. And he didn't make it because his wife murdered a fucking Englishman. Can you fucking believe this? Imagine if Donald Trump's wife, Melania, the one the woman he imported from Eastern Europe. I mean, if you're an American, what the fuck are you gonna do? You have to import somebody. I mean, sorry, American women. Maybe there are pretty ones out there, but I haven't met them. Let me try to think back. I think I've met maybe one or two that were semi-attractive, but oh my God, there's something seriously wrong with the genetics in the U.S., man. I can fully understand why Trump imported from Eastern Europe. Anyway, imagine now Melania, while Trump was running for president, she invited a foreign guy who was a lover, by the way, and between the two of them, they have committed fraud, running into many millions of dollars, and then she poisons him, and with the help of the fucking police chief, let's say the police chief of the biggest city in the US, I don't know what is the biggest city in the US, that's happened in Chongqing, which is the biggest city in China, 30 million people, Chongqing. And with the help of the city's police chief, the wife of Donald Trump murders a foreigner. Can you fucking imagine this? This happened in China. Heywood, dude. And then Serpentza, Winston. Oh, China is very, very safe. It's the safest country in the world. You don't have to worry about anything. So yeah. And scams galore, dude. So, Winston tried to talk about a few scams. He has no fucking clue, as usual, how these scams operate. I will make a program about that by itself. On the internet, girls scamming you for fake wines. You get huge bills. You get the shit beaten out of you. Man, these people have no fucking clue. Winston zaps around on his motorcycle. Zip, 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 zip. And then he's talking shit, he doesn't interact with the people, he doesn't know anything. He lives in a fucking guarded compound in Shenzhen, he's got a little goody-goody wife. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Chinese hospitals next. What is really fucking going down? The other place where foreigners die like flies are Chinese hospitals or being treated by Chinese doctors. Why is Winston not talking about this? Why is he not discussing the fucking honest truth, the blatant truth, Winston? Huh? The blatant truth about fucking how it really is in the real China. Frank is exposing you. Keep watching, guys. The real fucking truth is coming up. I will put some links down below, or otherwise you just search. Okay? I'm the fucking expert here. Don't you forget that. Out.